All right, Just Cause 4, JC4 for short, developed by Avalanche Studios, released in 2018. I've never played any game in this series before, so I didn't have any expectations heading into it. To be honest, it just looked like another action shooter game to me. Having now completed it, I absolutely enjoyed it. It played out like an action film, and I was just really impressed both with gameplay and the trophy list in separating itself from other games in its genre. Kudos to Avalanche for all their work on this game. Fantastic job. JC4 is a single player only game. However, you will need an internet connection to obtain certain trophies. Moving on, is this game right for you and your family to play? The ESRB rating for JC4 is 17 and older for blood, intense violence, and strong language. In my opinion, I believe the game is fine for 13 and older. I agree with ESRB that JC4 contains everything that they warranted a mature rating for, but the violence and blood is not overly gruesome, and the language is limited to cutscenes. Without giving away the plot, the nature of the game is about fighting oppression from an authoritarian figure, a just cause, as most would say, pun intended. Children start learning in depth about wars and what made their countries or other countries around their teenage years also, why it's appropriate to read and see documentaries about true events of some of the most horrific crimes against human beings is appropriate for teens, but not to play a game that tones down that gruesomeness of the same it's just not practical or really that reasonable in my view. It's clear to me that developers put in a lot of effort into making a game that is not only entertaining, but can be appropriate for ages that normally a game in this genre would be reserved for young adults and older. So for me, ESRB does not take an organic look at JC4, and for the reasons I explained, the game is fine for teens and older. Next up, just how long is this game going to take to complete? To beat JC4, it'll likely take about 3 to 4 hours, but to earn 100%, it's reasonably going to take at least 40 hours to do. And a lot of it will vary based on a player's skill level and familiarity with the Just Cause series. Although game difficulty does not affect trophies, thankfully, there are also no cheats and very few glitches that would help boost completion time. Alright, time to get into the fun stuff. On a scale easy to expert, I'd say JC4's trophy list is kind of hard. The game is a mixed mental workout. In my opinion, it helps improve mental reflex, mental endurance, problem solving, confidence, and critical thinking. There are just so many different types of trophies, and that the game provides a little bit of everything rather than just be, a strict action shooter. Also, the skill necessary to complete certain trophies will vary from easy to very challenging. To be a surprise. Moving on, let's look at the highlights. With a game like this, there are just so many trophies that I could talk about, but the ones that really stand out to me that would really help all players that would take this game on for mental fitness are I Feel the Need, Stunt Driver, and All the Right Moves. These trophies require you to complete every speed, vehicle, and wingsuit stunt in the game, respectively. There are over 100 stunts for each category. Most are generally straightforward and simple, but some can provide a pretty big challenge to complete. These trophies really embody a mixed mental workout, as any given stunt can require a combination of mental reflex, problem solving, and critical thinking. Completing all of them alone can help boost mental endurance and confidence, as it's no easy feat to do. And look, being able to react quickly or maintain focus for long periods of time, or problem solve, or be more confident, or have a strong critical thinking skill set, is beneficial for anyone's mental health, as it helps you tackle just about anything you're faced with and is necessary for you to help you become the best version of yourself or what you're striving to be. And this is also why I think JC4 is just great for teen and older, because that is when we really start developing and understanding more complex problems and opportunities. Whether you're a student or working, having strong mental skills will make school or work a lot easier to handle and set you up to achieve your goals in a more realistic and efficient time. And finally, let's talk about improvement. When I think of trophies that would have reflected JC4 and been helpful for mental fitness, I immediately think of adding a difficulty setting. It really would have added an extra layer of making JC4 even better for mental fitness. Having infinite lives and checkpoints in the game really made it much easier and relaxed to fail and mess up without necessarily having to endure the consequences, rather than just losing a few minutes, even if that. If that was taken away by having a difficulty setting, that really would have boosted the value from a mental fitness standpoint. And then when I think about trophies that could have reflected JC4 and been helpful for mental fitness, none really come to mind. I had some ideas, but really the game is great as it is. And, it's the fourth game in the series, I'm assuming. So, you don't really want to mess with the game story or really detract away from that. And that's a wrap. I've, again, never played any game in this series, so I didn't have any expectations heading into it. Having now completed it, I absolutely enjoyed it. It just plays out like an action film, and I was just really impressed with the gameplay and the trophy list. I would highly recommend playing it if you're looking to get a mixed mental workout. For me, JC4 really helped me build mental endurance. And if you have any questions about this game or mental fitness, or just want to share your experience with JC4, feel free to leave a comment or message me. I will do my best to answer any questions in a reasonable time. All right, everyone, that's another review in the bag. If you want to watch me play live, follow me on Twitch. If you'd like to hear more about mental fitness, my game previews, and initial impressions, then go on over and follow my Instagram. I also take polls on Twitter for games I should be playing next that are in my library if you'd like to participate in that. And finally, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.